Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here, this time reviewing on Rocky III. Now, as you know, Rocky III is a 1982 sports drama film, which of course was meant to be a sequel to Rocky II, and the third entry in the Rocky film series. And the best way I can describe Rocky III is more about finding the spark again, being reminded of the person you are, and trying to be something more than just a circus act. And the premise of the film is meant to take place 3 years after the events of Rocky II, where we see how Rocky has now become more of this legend, icon, and this sort of poster boy to the boxing community, but as well as this big time celebrity because of his new boxing status. And we do kind of see how Clubber Lang, who's played by Mr. T, is annoyed, jealous, and ambitious that he wants everything that Rocky has and feels like Rocky doesn't really deserve it. And the best way I can describe Clubber Lang is that he's a bit of an asshole, but he's an asshole who has justified reasons for the way he views Rocky. Because obviously Mickey has been putting him with basically has-been boxers, and he does make a justified point, but it's just how he acts and behaves is what kind of makes him look unlikable towards other people. And we do see how Rocky finally now realizes not only was he put with has-been boxers, but even Mickey knew that after his boxing match with Apollo, he wasn't really the same big star material that he once was. And after a sort of horrifying defeat by Clubber Lang, Mickey tragically dies from a heart attack. But we see how Apollo Creed takes Rocky into his world and helps him be something more stronger, better, and something a bit more inspiring than from Mickey's training. And it shows you right away that Rocky has to not only adapt to Apollo Creed's world, but now has to understand there are going to be other fighters as well as other boxers that Rocky will eventually have to overcome. And the best way I can describe Rocky III is showing the dangers of fame, how it can kind of cloud your judgment and make you more of a circus act than what you originally were. And it makes sense that once Rocky got the whole boxing title, he now became more of a circus act. He was more of a rodeo clown. Mickey knew it, as well as did Apollo Creed. And it's clear that Clubber Lang knows this as well, and feels like not only was Rocky a joke, but feels hurt and betrayed that obviously Apollo, who he once looked up to, now saw him as a traitor, not only towards the black community, but towards the boxing community. And you can tell Clubber Lang has justified reasons, but it's just how he acts and behaves is what clouds his judgment. Apollo, on the other hand, knows Rocky needs guidance and help, but he knows literally he's not going to kind of sink into Clubber Lang's level, but tries to help Rocky the best he can, because Rocky helped Apollo be humble and better. Clubber Lang, on the other hand, is the opposite. He's an asshole, but he's an asshole who has justified reasons, but it's how he acts and behaves is what makes him look horrible, misguided, as well as how people view him. And the best way I can describe Rocky III, it's there to be the third sequel bait. It's there to remind Rocky that obviously he can't be a rodeo clown forever, and has to be something a lot more than just a circus act. And the best way I can describe Rocky III, it's an okay film, not the best, but it's still there to be the whole third film bait, but nothing spectacular. So it definitely deserves 2 thumbs in the middles. Kind of alright, kind of okay, but is there to be third sequel film bait. So, Comic Book Reviewer here, signing out.